Hey folks, welcome to the channel. I'm Don. This is Rockin' the Country. I've got a gift request. Scott Powell made a gift for me to do Bruce Robison's song, Angry All the Time. But there's more to the story here. Scott wanted me to do like a double take reaction where it was like in this case, Tim McGraw's song, Angry All the Time, with a follow-up of Bruce Robison's rendition of the same song. I had done Tim McGraw's song 5 years ago. So what I'm doing is I'm putting the description in the link below in the event that you want to see that reaction. That reaction precedes the one I'm doing here, not only chronologically, but from me hearing the song and how Scott wanted the song presented. And if I'm going to do like a double take, say 2 songs in one, it's like you need a double gift to the channel. So in one sense, to not require that for Scott, this is how we're playing it out this time, where you could check out my reaction to Tim's song first if you want, and then listen to my reaction to Bruce's song. So, and Scott wanted my reaction to Bruce's rendition to come at me cold, those his words. So I'm going to find out exactly what that means. I think it just means not having heard this song before. And there was other information in the email that you sent me, Scott, some of which I did not read simply because I didn't want to know about the song again in my head. It's been 4.5 years since I heard it, and that was the only time I've ever heard the song. So this is really going to come at me fresh, not only because it's Bruce, but unless the song was uber memorable, it's likely that it's like, oh yeah, I kind of remember that song, but I'll have a new take on it 5 years later. So there we have it. Thank you for the gift, by the way, Scott. And here's the deal too. The one that Bruce wanted me to do is on VEVO. I'm going to react to the VEVO one, but they are almost categorically blocked, and I don't put filters over them, and I've explained to Scott why, because it's just distracting. Because when you put a filter over it, when I watch other reactors and they filter something, it's more distracting because you don't really hear the song. You're trying to follow the video through the filter and you miss the song. So this is just my own proclivity and how I want to present songs. So if this winds up getting blocked, I'll re-edit it, which is a lot of extra time. Actually, it takes about an extra half hour to re-edit, re-upload a song. But in this case, I'll give it a shot.
Here we are, what is left of a husband and a wife.
Yeah, man,
Four
shit.
good kids who have a way of getting on with their lives. I'm not old, but I'm getting a whole lot older every day. It's too late to keep from going crazy, I got to get away. The reasons that I can't stay don't have a thing to do with being in love. And I understand that loving a man shouldn't have to be this rough. You ain't the only one who feels like this world left you far behind. I don't know why you got angry all the time. Our boys are strong, the spitting image of you when you were young. I hope someday they can see past what you have become. And I remember every time I said I'd never leave. But what I can live with is memories of the way you used to be. The reasons that I can't stay don't have a thing to do.
nice that they brought her in duetting with him, so that represents them both feeling the same way. But man, there's a lot going on in this. I don't know if I picked up on this the first time around in Tim's rendition, but that in the beginning he said he knew he was kind of tough to live with, but then she got angry all the time, and she's not the only one feeling this way. And whatever she became, I mean, just the cigarette with the smoke going up is meant to impart a certain thing that she changed. She went kind of off the rails in some way. I don't know how or what, but just that the relationship isn't working. All right, let's see how they develop this.
With being in love, and I understand that love in a man shouldn't have to be this rough.
Right.
You ain't the only one who feels like this world left you far behind. I don't know why you gotta be angry all the time.
I can't tell he's thinking about himself being angry, but she is. 'Cause I haven't seen anger in either. Who threw that?
20 years it came and went since I walked out of your door. I never quite made it back to the one I was before. God, it hurts me to think of you, for the light in your eyes was gone. But sometimes I don't know why this old world can't leave an enough alone. The reasons that I can't stay don't have a thing to do with being in love.
It doesn't.
And I understand that love in a man shouldn't have to be this rough. You ain't the only one who feels like this world left you far behind. I don't know why you gotta be angry all the time. I don't know why you gotta be angry all the time. I don't know why you gotta be angry all the time.
I don't know if he's posing that question to himself about being angry all the time. Man, that's like definition of a conundrum, because when you're talking about a doctoral dissertation is not overly creative. Songs are creative. There's metaphor, analogies, there's intrigue, there are many different components to the narrative development of the story being told. And in this one, I don't know why you've got to be angry all the time. That could have been a moment in the song of self-reflection. Why is he angry all the time? But it also could have just been a very simple realization for him that she's angry all the time, at least was, or still is. 20 years. He left her 20 years ago. So what is the angry part? I do like the part about it had nothing to do with being in love. Because then, they both went on to say, loving a man shouldn't be, as hard as it is, or this difficult. And I've said this many times on the channel, and I've known this for decades. When you go through a breakup, if you're honest, if you're fair toward the person with whom you're breaking up, or the person you're divorcing, you will honor the love that you originally had for them. Like I know with my ex, I was the one who got left, and I just said, you know what? I did not agree with it. Of course, didn't like it. It hurt, but I always said I'm not going to throw her under the bus, because I'm always going to honor the love that I had. Whatever her reasons were that the relationship didn't work, we all have our reasons for things. I get that, but I'm not going to dishonor myself by saying that I didn't have those feelings back then. What happens is you start to dislike either the relationship or the other person. And if we differentiate between those two, like in this song, and they did, it has nothing to do with being in love. It's just very hard, and you don't like the difficulty that is presented. And you shouldn't have to put up with every difficulty in this world. Obviously, we all agree on some that, like, if somebody's getting beaten or there's drug use or whatever it may be, that there are justifications for easy justifications for moving along. And nobody's saying, oh, well, you're just intolerant. Well, certain things you don't have to tolerate. But then there are just preferences, and some people, have shorter fuses or are less tolerant than others toward change, or give and take in a relationship, whatever it might be. But this is the kind of song that illustrates it, and it was so open-ended. There was only that moment where they showed the wedding cake top thrown at the wall. I don't know who threw it. And not all anger is unjustified. Not all frustration is unjustified, so to speak. Sometimes frustration results in throwing, I don't know, a coffee cup or something. But in this case, whether one of them actually threw the wedding top thing at the door in the saran wrap with cake or whatever it was all wrapped up in, I'm not sure. Maybe that was just meant to depict emotionally that's what was going on with the two of them. And in reality, but if it was literally thrown at a wall, we didn't see who threw it. I'm guessing she did, because she was angry. She stepped in the video, and she in the video here was represented as being angry. It just shouldn't be this tough to love him. And whatever he was doing, I don't know. They didn't say. I love open-ended songs, man, because it's sort of like insert whatever thoughts are relevant to it that you take out of it. So I'm going to rate this song, and the number that popped into my head was a 9.3. I don't know if the video is going to be blocked. They almost always are. Every so often, VEVO lets us we get away with it, so to speak. But then sometimes months later, they come back and block it out of the blue. And usually it's immediate. But anyway, that's the dealio. Scott, thanks for the gift, my friend. And I hope you guys enjoyed that. Have a great day. I'll see you on another video. I'll keep rocking the country.